Hello, and welcome to Round the Bases. My name is Riley Hopkins, and I am, as always, joined by my wonderful friends here to talk about another wonderful season of MMOLB. Emma, hello.
Hello. I'm still Emma. I use any pronouns. I root for the Bugs. Go Bugs. Every season is Bug season. Don't ask me about the real life Orioles.
Time Warp.
Hello, I am Time Warp, he, him pronouns. Scooter Dodgers forever.
Fucking Camilla.
Hi, I'm Camilla Rhodes Alexandrite. I am a fan of the St. Louis Archers and the manager of the Wallingford Multiple Anteaters.
Oh, hello. Now, to all my friends here, it is a pleasure to have you as always. I kind of want to get directly into it and say, hey, Time Warp. Fucking, how about them Scooter Dodgers?
How about them Scooter Dodgers? Danny said we're fixing the sim and we're making Brooklyn good in this one.
We've solved the Brooklyn problem. What happened? Y'all did good last season. What
happened was kind of two things happened. Is our offense figured out how to start working again. Biggest contributor there, Sheila Santana. Incredible OPS at 969. Two Celestial Infusions from last season's Superstar game. And then Wesley Ashley, just on their own, decided to suddenly be great. At 918 OPS. Just ridiculous.
Is a motherfucker, ain't it?
Yeah. Just did that on their own. And then our pitching also just got its shit together. While we were talking out who we're gonna try and replace this season, we realized that all of our pitchers are pretty good. Any change we make will just be marginal.
That's where you want to be.
And a particular shout out to Savannah Gabriel, our ERA leader at 3.47 runs allowed. That is my call up from the first season. Former pitcher for the Newton Figures.
Damn.
Still holding up.
So you're like a proud dad at this point. You're just watching.
I really am. I said, "See you, Savannah. Do well for me," and then was literally in the Superstar game their first season in the Greater Leagues.
Hell
so
yeah.
I couldn't be prouder.
God damn. Well, congratulations on that. And Emma, as always, the Bugs continue to just be
Every season
good.
is Bug season, baby.
It is. You're truly just out there. Do you think
Baltimore needs this?
Baltimore? So there's multiple worlds, right? There's the world of Baltimore, the digital sports team, and the world of Baltimore, the real city that exists in the world. You seem to kill it in digital sports where you don't need anyone to actually play the game.
Yeah, we're real good at digital sports. And it's the only time Baltimore's ever gonna win their sport. So again, please let us keep fucking having this.
Do you fear any Tame the Bugs? Any claims that
I
y'all
think
are
it would be funny. I'm always, if there is a proclamation to squash that bug, so be it.
So be it. It is a proclamation that has been earned.
It is a proclamation that has been earned. If somebody puts in "squash that bug," so be it.
That's awesome. And I'm now going over to you, Camilla. How's it? I know you're a lesser league in your heart. How's the greater league? How are y'all doing? Are you still on? You're an archer now. Archers are doing good.
The Archers are doing good. Once again, we scrape by into the wild card slot. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, seemingly. But I kind of think that we can maybe get there this season. Who are we up against? The Tree Frogs?
You're up against the Tree Frogs, which are the
and then the winners go up against Baltimore. Ooh.
Yep. So it's a tough chance. It doesn't look good. for y'all.
I still believe.
I will say there were a few games this season where Baltimore got their ass handed to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little surprised that we made it because I feel like every Bugs game I caught, we were getting crushed. And I'm pretty sure at least one of those I tuned in when, damn, the Archers are kicking our ass.
I mean, when you look at this, the difference in like the division standings right now, right? Lady Beetles are at 67 wins, 53 losses. Tree Frogs are at 66, 54, and Archers are at 63, 57. The top of the clover is still pretty close.
It's close.
Yeah.
So I think the Archers very well could hand our asses to them, to us, to squash that bug.
The
You never know.
Archers are in possession of the ass.
yeah, good, you know. So of course, every season is bug season, so we got to see.
Absolutely. And for absolutely what it's worth, to talk about it again, the Merfolk in the Clover went crazy this season as well. Miami Merfolk did a very good season to start and had a ton of players in the Superstar game. Andy the Illusion calling it out in the chat. The Merfolk have been a team that I'm like, are they secretly great? And because there's always a time I check the list, I'm like, they're number 2 in the Clover. What's happening? And then they go back down. So I feel like they're victim. I can't tell if they're victims of variance that's bringing them down or victims of variance that's bringing them up. But I'm excited to see what comes from them.
I think based on the fact that they have so many players in the All-Star game, they're probably victims of variance that's bringing them down.
Yeah.
They seem a little bit inconsistent. Maybe it's a luck thing, you know. I think that they have a strong chance to make it to the finals going forward.
They seem like one of those that will, like, next year they're gonna knock. I feel like they'll knock one of these constants out of the top slot over here, and I'm excited to see that. Unless it's the Seers, who again have kind of played mid this season. I've over the past 3 episodes of this show really been hammering home we need to fix our pitching. Pitching's the way to go. And I actually came up with was given some information today by a fellow Chicago Seer here. Let me really quickly just pull up exactly who it is so I can give them credit for this. I was given some information that said that the good news is my hopes of fixing the pitcher's pitching is correct. Jay, who's listed as Noel Baba fan on the Discord, the Chicago Seers have the best pitching in the league, like according to WRAA, which is the weighted runs above average. I believe. Let me find this. Let me find it on this spreadsheet really quickly. The Chicago Seers are straight up the best in the league, which is absurd to me. That feels like it can't be true and it shouldn't be true, but it absolutely is, because I've been saying we got to fix our pitching for years, and we were planning to kill Leandro Fury, a person who we all hate, a player that we think sucks, has always sucked and will always suck. Let me get this up on screen for y'all here. This is a picture of the spreadsheet, but you understand what I'm getting at.
You know what team apparently has just slightly better pitching than the Chicago Seers?
That's crazy. It's great. Right here, you'll see in chat here, Dallas Instruments at a WRAA of -22, Kansas City Storm Chasers at -26, Chicago Seers at -64, which
Wow.
the way that this works is, let's see here, just as you look at every situation the game can be in and calculate the average number of runs that score by the end of the inning. For example, with no outs and bases empty, the team score 0.55 runs on average by the end of the inning, but no outs and runner on first scores 0.92 runs on average. And so the fact it's that low is crazy, and it means that our pitching doesn't need to be fixed. Our pitching is fixed. And so now we're sitting here like, well, do the team that ran away with the Psychic division was crazy good, and we're trying to figure out, well, do we grab one of their batters? We weren't planning on it, but maybe we do. We have someone with a six-star base running, which feels crazy. That's up for grabs. So I'm excited to see what happens here and who we take from the Sunshine Storms. Sunshine Storms. Currently, it's looking like we are going to replace a replacement. We are going to get Suzanne Fontaine in over, I think, Jacqueline, who's the person we brought up in season 0. So I'm very excited to get somebody competent on the team, get somebody who can help Manny Welsh on offense. But the Greater League was great this season. I enjoyed watching it, but this was the first season I really got into the Lesser League, because this is our first season not only with a static sim, a sim that was set and going, but this was the first one with recomposition, with curios, with stats being explained. Well, how have you all felt having all this more information revealed to you?
I love to play with items like dolls.
Yeah.
That's been the big money grab strat for this season. Also, if any of you saw me choking on rice earlier, no, you didn't.
Emma, are the money crabs back in action?
The money crabs were really bad until 2 days ago.
Okay.
And in the last, I want to say not even 48, in the last 36 hours of the season, money crabs got good again. And we went from having a losing record all season to being 64-55 and jumping from way towards the bottom to 15th.
How
Nice.
was that
in the last 30 hours?
Did something click in place? Was it an augment that brought you along? What do you think is what got you up there?
Genuinely, I really started playing with items like dolls. That is not an exaggeration. I started moving stuff around. Instead of buying items, I went really into the orbs.
Yes, I have too.
I pondered the orb, and I would look at the stats of my players, see what was missing, and then just keep adding orbs until I had created an item that would fill that void that I was missing.
Absolutely. That's so. So with your orbs, can you re-roll stuff, or can you just?
You can put another orb on top of it.
But how many? It only goes up to 4, right?
Yeah, but
okay, gotcha.
Given the number of just blank clothing items that people have acquired, all you got to do is just unequip a bunch of them, and you have a shitload of items to work with.
I downloaded up someone's script earlier this season that just looked at all your items and said, okay, an infielder does not have to deal with this kind of hit. You're never going to get a pop fly to center field. That's not going to happen. Here's stats that should be on infielders. Here's stats that should be on outfielders. And just pointed things at that. And I did a big kind of rearrange on all my stats. And between that and going, what if I gave contact to my best batter? The River Bandits have truly gone crazy this year. We ended, I think, 15th in Psychic, which last year was dog shit for us. But we truly kind of climbed and ended with a 67-53, which I'm so happy about, especially in a league that's as competitive as Psychic.
Yeah, I completely agree. Especially, again, the Money Crabs did not have a positive record until Thursday, until really late Wednesday to early Thursday morning. So we really came in at the last second. We definitely got some augments. My biggest issue with augments this season is that I kept getting irrelevant augments.
Yeah. Yep.
I got an augment that would switch one starting pitcher with another starting pitcher. I got an augment that would give contact to my best pitcher. I got an augment that gave fucking what are the pitching stats to my batters.
God.
I got so unlucky with augments this season. I got a couple that were kind of okay, but I was truly going the inch by inch route. I was like, all right, we're going to do the tiny augment and just let it happen and then play with these items to slowly keep increasing the stats. And it is paying off. I think we are going to come into next season at a really solid starting point.
For Time Warp and Camilla, how are you feeling about your teams this season? How was having access to items, recomp, stats?
So my team, I immediately when the Hall of Unmaking opened, I took Stanley Willis and McBaseball Kerhonen in either of my arms, and I walked them in.
Yep.
And my team immediately got better. Like noticeably better. We actually had a positive win record for 90% of this season. At one point, we were in like the top 12, but we hovered around like the top 20 most of the season until the last like 30 hours, in which we went on like an 8 or 9 game losing streak and ended the season 58-62.
Damn.
I can't believe they fucking choked.
I would like to personally thank Nave O'Connor for that. No longer with us, unfortunately. They were tragically
a horrible bus accident.
Yeah, there was. They fell off a truck or something. I don't know. They've been replaced with what is their name? Nicole McBride, who I think is going to be a lot stronger. Nav O'Connor tricked me with their really alluring looking stats, and then bat a 190 for the last like third of the season.
Did you take a picture of their stats? Are their stats
I
visible?
think I did. Hang on,
because I would love to see. Because this is the thing that I'm like truly trying to figure out. What stat? Obviously, all stats are important, right? But the question is, what stats are really shining, right? Like to me, contact turns shit around. Insight seems to be turning shit around. It's there are these important stats that like my pitching on the Bandits sucks, and I think it's because we don't got any stuff.
Yeah, my batters need fucking glasses. I have multiple batters with 0 vision.
Jeez,
my batters need vision and they need lift desperately.
I'll trade you some lift.
Lying on the ground.
No, you don't have vision.
Closed.
I need that. Never mind. I'm keeping my lift.
So here's my question: where do y'all draw the line on this fucker has to go, and this guy is my work in progress? Because to me, I'm starting to feel like, and I know that this has changed because earlier on in the season you could re-roll recomps a lot, and smartly that was taken out. However, I did abuse it the 2 days it was active. And so as Louis Frick drew his last breaths, I brought Quackers into the field after many a try. And I was able to get some baseball players that could, again, actually play the fucking game. Because to me, I'm like, if you have a 0 in the stat, you are less than dirt to me. You are useless. You are nothing. And so, like, I've been burning any player that has a 0. Except for Babe Kashan, because I love him, and Quacker. I'm going to bring Quackers up on the screen right now because I do like them, even though I'm saying the opposite of what is in front of me right now. I like look at these stats here, and I'm like, that's a good guy. Now, but you see that insight. That insight. He doesn't know when to hit the ball, but he sure can't fucking do it when he does it.
Riley, I would love for you to pull up Alexandra Remington from the Money Crabs for me.
Absolutely. Give me one moment to get the Money Crabs pulled up here.
Because as you look for her, I will tell you, point blank, she is my best batter.
Okay.
She's my special little star batter.
What?
You'll see.
You said Alexandra Remington. All
yes.
Right. I've got here. I see you've really been to the clubhouse on this one. You really.
So I actually haven't. Did anyone else receive the glitch where the clubhouse just was autofilling guys for you every day?
What?
No.
Or was that just me?
You son of a bitch! What?
Batting, like
I thought this was a glitch that happened to everyone because I haven't been checking. I've been to the clubhouse twice. All of my guys have clubhouse notes.
Okay, so there was a point at which everyone got 1 round of clubhouse notes. However, the fact you got him a lot on this guy is fascinating.
Yep.
Every one of I think most of my players have multiple clubhouse notes.
Fascinating. Well, congratulations.
But yeah, so you can see that her batting, she has 0 wisdom and 0 vision, and is my star batter.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think that vision is necessarily load bearing, because one of my better batters has like 1 star in vision. Also, I couldn't find Nave O'Connor's stats. Also, it's, my best batter here, Ann Gurma, who has an OPS of 868. She has no lift. She has 2 stars in vision, but she has 1 star in insight and intimidation. But she also has 6 stars in muscle, 4 in aiming and contact.
Crazy.
You can really do a lot with just by having certain stats done.
So
yeah, I truly gotta take apart whatever it is for Alexandra Remington, because maybe it's her cunning. Perhaps that is it. Because her ops is, let me double check this number.
Oh, 935. Good
yeah, her
lord.
ops is 935.
That's crazy.
So my guess as to what's going on with Alexandra is that, yeah, no vision, but also no discipline, which means that bad at identifying balls and strikes, but is also just going to swing at everything.
True.
And because they can make good contact, because they can aim, send it where they need to, hit it strong enough. I think that's why Alexandra is a star. I think
she can just hit dingers.
I think that the MMOLB sim is kind of interesting enough that you don't need just high stars and everything.
Yeah.
I do really love seeing how the stats interact with each other. It is very fun, especially I really have enjoyed seeing how the defense stats play into everything.
Yeah.
Ever from the start, from week 1, being able to see who was playing what positions and what their defense stats are. I'm like, because that's what I went for when I drafted my players originally.
Yeah, I recently found out that one of my pitchers that is mid to bad has insane defense, and by insane I mean their stats are a square, which is I think one of the best shapes a stat block could be.
Yep,
true.
I simply love looking at this and go that's defense to me, that's defense to me, and their batting ain't fucking terrible either.
Ooh.
So I'm I got to bring them in because my goal here is I want to bring cunning onto the field. I want to sit here and say, hit me. Hit me with those pitches. Hit cunning and intimidation. Either walk me or hit me. You better not fucking miss.
Can we take that moment to shout out that the fastest pitch this season was one that hit a player?
Yes. Time warp, give me the details on this.
Yeah. So,
it was our friend Rise player who got hit, Riley, from writing server.
Let me double check all the details, but the fastest pitch this season was thrown by Carol Koichel of the Frederick Late Night Alchemists. It was 144.7 miles per hour. Someone did the math.
That's getting shot.
Someone did the math, and the energy from a baseball at that speed hitting you is comparable to getting shot with a bullet.
It should affect durability. That's all I'm saying. I just want
it was also the second pitch.
Scale with speed.
It was also the second pitch that player had been hit by that game.
Fuck that guy.
And yes, it hit Katrina Dembele of the Toronto Love Letters.
The Toledo Love Letters.
Toledo Love Letters. Thank you.
That's a Storm the Mound situation, quite frankly.
Yeah, honestly.
Storm the Mound if you can still walk.
This is the bird all over again.
This is what people think of, how when they're looking at the proclamations this season. There's one that says players can get ejected, and some people have said, "Oh, that means that there have to be inciting incidents for the players to be ejected," which means that maybe someone's going to storm the mound. Maybe that will also unlock that, which is that's a bold pitch. I personally am looking at it and going umpires that make mistakes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
I want
hilarious.
umpires that make mistakes so badly. I want to get mad.
I
I want to get
umps with
furious
stats.
and start yelling "shit call ump" at my computer.
I want the thing to say that should have been a strike, but the umpire called it a ball, and I'm like, that would drive me.
I
want
don't even
umps-
think it's going to do that. It shows us where the ball hits.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
They won't even have to say it.
You're right.
We'll just see where the ball actually was in the strike zone and whether or not the ump called it correctly.
The thing
Which
I want
also
most
means
of
we'll
all-
get to see if there's a stat that interacts with a batter and an umpire
True.
to
You could
see
we
if
can have
a
the
batter is
fucking-
like, fuck that guy in particular.
We can have the thing where like catchers will grab a ball and move their hand a little bit to like be like, yeah, this was a strike.
Hmm.
Like Time Warp, you were about to say something.
Yes, the thing I want most of all is umps with stats, and I want them.
Mm.
I want us to be able to complain about them and be able to do nothing about them. I want one ump who cannot see. I want one ump who just hates the away team every single day.
I would love to have kind
I
of a
want
Joey
it.
Crawford level beef with a ump.
Yep.
To go like,
Yep.
oh, it's that bald bitch again out here ejected players. What's he
I
doing?
want
He's
to
laughing on the
personally
bench
hate
again,
an
you
ump.
son of a bitch.
And I want to know why I hate that ump.
That's
Mhm.
a good call.
So I do want to say two things here. One, Time Warp didn't actually talk about his lesser league team, I don't
Yes,
believe.
please.
Ooh.
Ours
Yes,
is the only
thank
team on
Uh,
this call that gives us clout, the one that won.
I also, real quick before we move to him, can you bring up Rex Ozawa, the closer of my team?
Absolutely. Give me
He was fantastic in season 1 and had a double-digit ERA in season 2. And so I was like, I need to watch him because he had like a 1 ERA in season 1. How could he get so bad? Here's the thing, he's good again. He has a 1.58
Whoa!
ERA with 30 saves and 3 blown saves.
And that's 34 innings pitched. That's not bad. But what's with his stat block?
Exactly.
What is this?
I was deeply surprised. His stat block is kind of a nightmare.
You have
He
to
gets
find
the
out.
job done.
You have to open up his defense and see what's happening in there. You need to, because it's gotta
guess.
be. It has to be a secret in there. It has to be something that's like defense luck is 8,000 or something, 8-star luck or whatever. Because like
Ooh, is Luck in defense?
I think luck's in defense.
Luck was getting categorized with defense, but it's not a defensive stat.
Luck affects everything. So that's my.
Okay.
Have you used your clubhouse today?
I think I have. I mean, I can. Just
If you
go and
if you
check.
haven't, I would love to get a live unboxing of Rex.
I have already.
Okay,
So I will let
Yeah.
you know.
Thank you. Fucking Time Warp. How are your boys doing?
It was a pretty mid-season for Newton, which is a pretty good season overall, if I'm going to be real.
I don't have to
Our-
scroll to find your team. They're right there.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not at number 1, so like, what's really happening here? Yeah, I didn't have any real stars on my team this year. I have a bunch of pitchers who are doing really well. Almost all of them have a sub-4 ERA, which is great. Someday I will figure out how to fix Yolo Jefferson. I've poured too many augments over the course of season 2 to be willing to totally recomp in season 3. I think it's just a couple more stats that I really need to fix on them.
Hold on.
One more stat, bro.
6 stars of
Trust.
determination and 0 contact. He gets out there every day like, this is the one, boss. This is gonna be.
Oh no!
Oh no,
And
he's
one
a
day it
batter.
will be the one.
He's a pitcher.
And
so that doesn't
someday
even
it
matter.
will be.
It's just
Thank you.
5-star accuracy and 5-star stamina.
Yeah, I'll do it.
But the player I do want to quickly show off is Javier Vieira. One of my decent pitchers, 3.82 on ERA. Not huge, but not terrible. But if you take a look at their defensive clubhouse,
Cracking this open. That's bad. That's not good.
And yet, so this is if you have good pitching, and if you're pitching in the right way, which I think Vieira is, high stuff, can get it in the strike zone. I think you can genuinely do quite well.
That is utterly fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And so, as we're kind of talking about stars and items here, one of the things that came out this season is like the full realization of what stars mean, what stars mean compared to items, right? So it's that every star is 25 points in an attribute, roughly. It's a range. So it's like they're like 12 to 30 is one star or something like that.
Yeah, I think basically the first, if you have under 12, it's 0 stars, and then it's in increments of 25.
Mm-hmm.
So I think 1 star is 12 to 37, and then 25 more than that is your 2-star range, etc. Is my understanding. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah. So
now I forget. Does that count the items that the player is currently wearing?
It does not count items. It does count augments.
Interesting. Because I put together. Our friend Kaylee put together a spreadsheet, and I've kind of been working off that to try to estimate stars on things. Where I have like points that come in, and then plus the item points and like where that plays out. Because I really want cunning, and I can't get any items or augments that boost my cunning, which is driving me crazy. But it's so interesting. How many people have you recomped? How many people have you? Because Camilla, you already told us. I already said I've recomped 2 people. You're keeping them all. You both are keeping them all. You're not.
I put too many augments into these guys.
I've put so much into my boys.
So that you're gonna get hit with a death wave, though. Your whole team is gonna switch around at the same time. When do you start thinking about getting new talent in there as durability slowly kind of pushes in, and we know that durability is gonna speed up at some point, right? Like, when do you make that switch?
I think it's the kind of thing where, so I had a few that I was tempted to recomp this season, and I would always go, I'll give it till tomorrow morning and see if they get their act together after this item or this augment. And they always did.
Yeah.
As you may recall from our last round of bases, I was going to put my closer into a wood chipper.
That's true.
And now he's my best pitcher again.
But the question is,
he just had a bad season.
Is that just variance and he's just having a good season?
Then we'll find out at the start of next season. And then if he gets bad again, I'll put him in the wood chipper.
Yeah, for the record, I had 8 recompositions this season. 3 of them were on the same guy.
Okay. Wait, no, that's still a lot of work.
You turned that man into soup several times.
Yeah, I transed his gender back and forth a couple of times.
Have you tried transing it on and off again?
Trust me, I did. We'll see how Nicole McBride does.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I get so scared. I saw someone in chat earlier say they put somebody up into the recomposition hall every day and they will just cancel it out. Or not in Twitter, in chat. Just to give them the fear of God. I think I like that idea. I kind of want to put somebody under the threat of death right now, live on camera.
Do it.
Yes.
Let me just open up my batting averages here. Let me just sort by batting average. Let's scroll down to the bottom. Quacker's Hunter is playing like shit, but they do have that really. I feel like I can fix them. Lindsey Stratford. Let me take a look at you here. Laser tag and landscaping. You're batting. You got a lot of 4s. Those are 2 big 0s though, right there. And your defense has another 0. Let's take a second and let's find out what happens on this world together, shall we?
Join me in the hall, Riley.
Lindsey Stratford, begin recomp. We have Olivia Haros. We got some 2s, some 4s. That's fine. Lim Glover, while having no cunning. Cunning is just getting hit by a pitch, right?
I believe so.
Fine, actually. No luck is a harder pill to swallow. But he's got kind of everything else I need. He's got low contact. See, that's the thing. I'm just, I get in here and I'm like, none of these guys do I want to take the risk on them. You know what I mean?
See, I would take the risk on the second guy, no problem. Like no question. The aiming and contact are not very good, but the muscle, vision, and insight and selflessness to a degree, they can. I think that they can make. They can convert a play.
And it just takes like a couple good items or a lucky augment.
Or a
fix
couple
one
recompositions.
stat, you know.
It just keeps
I
stirring
know.
the
I have one player who I could see myself recomping this season, but he has so many items that do such crazy shit that I'm hoping.
What if those items were on a better player?
I mean,
See,
yeah, but
yeah.
so on paper, his stats are not bad. He's just a bad player.
And see,
I don't
here's
know
the thing,
why
like,
he's my worst batter. My designated hitter is my worst batter, and I don't know why, because his stars look good on paper.
yeah,
Boy,
that's the thing.
kill
Riley
him.
was saying, like, I can fix this player. You're saying this guy has a lot of good items that should be doing things. You can't fix them. That is
I can.
the thing I have learned.
I can fix him.
them.
I can fix him.
Okay, well, I will see you next season when he's
YOLO Jefferson
recompositioned.
to put them in the blender.
You have to kill that. You have to break up with your batter. Move on.
In fact, have I done a recomposition today? Let me see.
2 deaths on
I've not.
camera.
All right, Opal Moran. Oh, never mind. I did it today. That's right. That's how I got Nicole McBride. Opal Moran,
See,
you're on notice.
I like
For Camilla, it was a Tuesday.
Dion Frank. Dion Frank is my center fielder. Dion Frank is having a rough time and is not batting very well. And Dion Frank's base running stats are not very good. Dion Frank has amazing items, but I think it's just like emotionally maybe his heart isn't in the game, because the two little quotes that I have, which I love the little quotes they give us with our clubhouse notes.
The quotes are astounding.
Dion Frank's 2 quotes are, "The bullpen windows give a perfect view of the sunsets."
You have to kill him.
And
he just
the
can't
bullpen
do it.
couch feels like a giant marshmallow.
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
I think he's out in center field plucking daisies like kids on my T-ball team.
He's staring at the damn stars.
With also probably me on my T-ball team when I was a kid. If I'm being honest, I was in right field. I just got to hang out a lot of the time.
Yep.
Oh, I just started exploring some of my clubhouse notes, and incredible little emergent
The flavor
narrative
text.
here.
It's so
My first
good.
baseman, Maybelline Riggs, her base running note is, "I'm working on a comic about superheroes who play baseball." And my terrible, no good, very bad pitcher, YOLO Jefferson, their batting notes that I looked at to see if I could maybe make them do that instead. The answer is probably no. But we joked about playing a game in superhero costumes, and this conversation is beautiful to me.
Your players are out here trading comic books in the bullpen.
My players are making AUs for themselves.
And they gotta be playing baseball instead, so you gotta put the fear of God in all of them. They gotta be like, look, it's Mr. Soup, bam, down, out.
The thing is, I was really so excited to recomp my terrible hitter, DVD Cabral, and then immediately became my best hitter in the first few games of the season. They've like varianced back to mid, but they sure are mid instead of bad now. So
yeah, you get it. In Time Warp, I feel like we are having similar problems here.
Yep.
I'm gonna juice that guy, and it puts the fear of God into him for one day.
He wants to kill me. Better start getting my act together.
I've got Lim Glover here now, my new beautiful catcher, and I've got his items up on screen. He's got great personal fiction sure it's not great, but it gives 18 contact. He's got more muscle, more reaction, more arm. They've got it. It's all coming together. And this kind of joy can be yours too, for the cost of What 1 6-shooter and some bullets.
No.
Oh god. So the next thing I want to talk about real quickly is I want to kind of get into the proclamations fully. We mentioned them earlier, but we should actually like get under the hood a little bit of the election in a real way. Oh, it's
By the
gonna
way,
make me log in to see it.
as we read out the proclamations here, shout out to Danny for actually going back and explaining what the hell they meant.
Yep.
Yep.
Danny so far has been really good about explaining shit in a way that I really enjoy. I understand, like, in my heart that the thing that made baseball special was kind of the secrecy of the whole thing. But I do really like just being able to know what the fuck I'm voting for.
Yeah, the thing is that it's fun to have secrets and to not exactly know what's going to happen. I mean, this is kind of that in a way, but just a little bit more explanation. But it's also just a better user experience to not vote for something and then find out it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
And I think the other thing here is that I think Danny does not want to do baseball again. I think
Yes.
Danny wants to do something
Yes.
else and I think more user understanding is part of that creative vision. And I think,
And
that's
I think
something
he
he's
is
genuinely
succeeding
excited about.
at doing something else.
it's
I agree.
feeling very different now in a way I'm really enjoying. Now, so we have absorb, which means robo umps will occasionally eject players from the game. We have shelter, which means that robo umps will be hidden during a certain weather and be replaced by fallible human umps who can occasionally blow calls. Or forsake, which means that robo umps take damage and may be destroyed, which means that you can either get a free replacement or keep using a human umpire. These are all fascinating to me in a very real way, because like absorb, I love that. I love the idea of ejecting players from the game. The idea of being a team that can just have a human ump who sucks rules. Like you can build a whole, like, I don't know how much into football y'all are, but you can build a bear weather narrative in your brain where you're like, yeah, teams play bad when they're in Chicago because it's fucking cold. That's bear weather, baby. You can do the same thing. But like, yeah, we know how to play with Jimmy and you don't.
Oh, by the way, speaking of like, people play worse in Chicago, that's bear weather. Why did everyone name their parks?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got Flood Zone Park. The River Bandits in Davenport, my hometown, their stadium is right on the Mississippi River, and we flood every year. And so if you look up John O'Donnell Stadium or Modern Woodman Park flood, you will see a baseball field that is an island as the river eats it.
Oh my god.
Every single year without fail. So yeah, I'm Flood Zone Park.
Plural park here.
Plural park's good. Plural, we good park representation on the call here today.
I have the Newton figures playing in Dead Wasp Lot. This is a kind of obscure biology joke. That
I
the
mean,
pollination
yeah, that's where
cycle
fig
like
of
fig
figs
news.
is
comes.
wild, is what I'm gonna say.
That's where
It's
fig
maybe
comes
a
from.
lot.
No, it tracks. It tracks. You're like Dead Wasp and then Fig Newton. Like you get there. I see it.
Thank you. Yeah. Look up the pollination cycle of figs sometime if you want to experience the horrors of biology.
We've got Ope, Sorry Bud, and Sorry Lot. We got Sorry Lot in chat. We have Park in chat.
Nice. I still have to come up with a good one. Everything that I thought of for the Burbank Money Crabs didn't have words available for me. It would not let me call it Child Star Stadium.
Oh yeah, because you can't do like child, man, woman, anything that you could make something maybe a little hateful with it.
Yeah.
I know, but I wish Danny, if you're listening, please just make me Child Star Stadium, just for funsies. It's the Burbank of it all. I went to
What
school
about, like,
with so many
Young Star
child
Stadium?
actors. So for now, it is Fake Actor Stadium.
That's funnier. That's
like
what
Stadium is really
you,
good.
you really said fuck them kids.
Yeah. So that is where the Burbank Money Crabs play in the current thing. I'm hoping that we can get as one of the stadium words potentially bowl, because in Burbank there is the Starlight Bowl. So I would love to have it either like an off-brand Starlight Bowl with some sort of pun, or even the Fake Actor Bowl.
That's good. That's really good. Oh, so are we having any name changes next season? How do we feel about that? Is anyone switching up their team names? Anyone switching up their team locations? Anything like that? Maybe league? Is everyone still happy where they are?
I will not be changing anything because I'm very attached to being the multiple anteaters. Though I have played around with the idea of making a Garfield reference and being the Abu Dhabi kitten packages.
Fuck!
That's it, though. That's the only idea I have. But I like being the anteaters more.
The second I come up with a funnier pun for a town in Massachusetts, I might. But I'll be honest, I do love the Newton figures and their perennial sponsorship by Fig Newtons that every single player is sick of.
That's so fair. I acknowledge that the Burbank Money Crabs is not the funniest name. It is very an inside baseball, but I also have such a brand to maintain at this point. And
Exactly.
I don't necessarily know what else I would do for like there's a lot of things I could do for Burbank, but I don't know whether there are things that I want to commit to.
I mean, for what it's like, mine's not even a joke. Mine's just the name of my hometown baseball team. Like, they're not all jokes. Like,
exactly. Good. So I think being the Burbank Money Crabs is going to stick. BUR, take them to the bank, Burbank.
I've been thinking about switching to the DuPage County Manus Shrimp, or Pistol Shrimp, which is again an actual team in Illinois, which is really fucking funny. But like, it's hard. There's a part of me that I didn't do what I wanted to do when Recomp became available, which was keep switching where my team was located. So I'd recomp with people from every place I've ever lived, which is fun to me.
Wait, I like that.
I should have done that earlier this one, and like, because right now I went to high school in Davenport, middle school, elementary. But if I was like, what if I lived in Chicago for a couple of years, I should do that. There was a moment when I was in Montana a lot, like just like get players from everywhere. But now I'm attached to all these guys, and so like, I just have to remember that when I wake up, roll over, grab my phone, open up the Hall of Unmaking, and recomp somebody before I even get out of bed at 6 a.m.
Oh, you're doing it as late as 6 a.m.?
I hope we start getting trades at some point.
I would love a trade.
I want to start having guys from other places, but I don't want to have to mulch any of my guys to do it. I want to collect and I want to trade these. I want to make.
I think I want a wonder trade situation where you just yeet a guy and hope that whatever you get back is good.
That's really what I want.
The only thing I feel about the wonder trade idea is that I know that I'm not putting good players out there. I'm putting my worst players out there, and I'm getting everyone else's worst players back and all.
Which is why I think that it should have a free augment that happens when they come with an augment ticket. Like,
so it's like trading a Pokemon that has to be traded to evolve.
Yes, like they want to improve you. Mulching doesn't change your. Mulching doesn't even change your player's birthplace. I mulch 8 times this season. They all still say location. I was at before my change name. That's so sad. That sounds like a bug. You should actually report that, because I think it was supposed to work another way. But I also want trading. Now, did y'all hear? Like, Danny has been posting about this, so I feel comfortable talking about it. The Kumite, a single tournament, elimination tournament for every lesser league team.
Awesome.
It's
gonna be awesome. I can't wait for it to be some random as fuck mid team who just gets so lucky in the bracket.
That's the best part of it.
I'm so excited for ever for a huge bracket to see every game happening at once and just like draw out the back bracket. Maybe the bracket will be available right away. And you'll see this like fucking disaster sitting in front of you of like all 3,000 something teams against each other.
Yeah.
God.
It's going to be beautiful. I want more of that specific PvP. And like maybe here's the thing. Here's my pitch. My new pitch for trades is you have a different arena that allows for PvP and it's playing for pink slips. So you bet a player and then and you play a game, and if you win, then you get another player in return. But I guess you would both give up your shittiest players. So
Yeah.
maybe the answer is the other person picks a player from your team. But then why would you ever
That's
do
what
it?
I thought you were saying.
I think it would be really funny if the trades worked by like you could just mark your player whether you're willing to trade them or not,
Mhm.
and then it starts showing up in other people's augments
Mm.
of like trade X
Oh.
player for Y player from the money
that's
grabs.
fun. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That
I
would be
mean,
nice.
yeah,
I like the
just
idea
say
of
we're
having-
ending your contract. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of having a trade binder for players.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like that. What are you looking for? And it's like over this much, like a filth, like we'll trade for +4 cunning, like something like that.
Yeah.
That's
I have
fun
75 cents difference to make up. I have a few like junk rare players in here if you want them.
Oh well, my friends.
The one twist that like I would want to add but have no idea how I'd implement would be some kind of scheme that lets teams that are doing worst kind of have first pick of the litter. Some kind of draft order situation. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I would love for a draft to happen. I think the idea of everyone becomes a free agent and you have to redraft snake draft style.
But it's from everybody's pre-existing players.
Yes, it
Yeah.
would be
Interesting.
insanity, especially because like it's impossible. Because what are you gonna do? 3,000 people wait in line for a snake draft? That's not going to work. I guess
What if two motherfuckers try to draft the same guy?
if you could do it where you like, hey, this pod of 10 teams wants to like break themselves apart and rebuild. Part of me likes that a lot. I don't think that's doable by any stretch of the word, but I think that is very fun. Oh
Yeah, I'm really excited for the Kumite next season.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be real silly.
it's gonna be really silly, and I'm gonna watch every second of it.
I
But
also think it would be really silly if we end up getting, whether it's like a proclamation or an augment or something that's sift through the compost and you get to take somebody's recomposed guy,
Ooh.
someone that somebody mulched.
that's
Or
what-
like add two mulched guys together.
Yeah,
Used.
stuff like that. Sift through the compost.
Camilla, you're sitting there and you see like two faces fused together going, "You killed me," and they fucking whiff when they
Yeah, that's the thing. They can't hit shit. They can try and attack me all they want. I'm not even gonna have to move.
on a fucking banana peel. Gamers, we are at the top of our hour here. It has been a pleasure. Does anyone have any last thoughts they want to get out about this season or predictions for next before we close out for the evening?
I want to shout out a specific team. I mentioned them on the show before. My friend's team, the Chicago Eggshell Sox, who he was trying to make the worst possible team, and he has succeeded at 35-80. They are the worst team not only in the Maple League but in the entire game, and they have a run differential of -310,
which is the worst in the entire league.
Yep.
Can they get
They
to
did it.
single digits?
Maybe.
I hope so. Godspeed.
I think a lot of those wins were before he stripped all of his players naked.
I do want to also shout out to the winners of I forgot what league they won, but the team name is the Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm. Is it the Angel Grove Power Rangers?
Nope, the Power Rangers.
Oh.
is the
located in Power, team name Rangers.
Wow. Let's go.
And then also the number 7 overall player for slugging is named Herbert Hoover, and I do just want to shout that out.
Wow, Herbert Hoover, that does something for once in his life.
Herbert Hoover from Presidency?
When I was in high school, my friend had a big stuffed horse that we named Herbert Hoover. It comes to my fucking head every fucking time. Whenever I hear about that dumb bitch's name.
Good.
All right, Emma, you got anything for the road?
Every season is bug season.
Every season is bug season. And I'm here to tell you that next year is going to be the year of the River Bandits, and next year is going to be the year of the Chicago Sears. We're about to do it, baby. We're about to make it. Thank you all for joining us here today for another fantastic day of Round the Bases. I love doing the show. We will be back. But before you leave, before you move anywhere, I have an actual important announcement with regards to stuff that's happening tomorrow on this channel.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple people on this call are going to be partaking in a performance of Hamlet as done through the lens of Sonic characters, like a Sonic storybook game. We've actually adapted Hamlet and rewrote parts of it to be a Sonic storybook game tomorrow at 6:30 CST. It's going to go crazy. Please check it out right back here at the same ham time, same lit channel.
Riley, I'll kill you.
I
just wanted to put that out.
I would also like to say before we go as well that we are going to be rating the Nancy Drew Speedathon stream. They are a channel and a group that does Nancy Drew game speedruns for charity. This year's charity is for the Advocates for Trans Equality. And they do good work. I love this group. I'm actually going to be streaming Danger by Design on Sunday at like 2 p.m. or something. So go and check them out. Go donate. Great cause. Great people.
Absolutely. And with that, gamers, I think that's going to be all for us. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for checking us out. And we'll see you here next time for a wonderful, wonderful Round the Bases. Bye.
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 Swing!